Hello everybody, it's Mark Clark here again with Clarky's Closet. Today we're going to have a look at 5 of my rock songs. This is Rock Songs 3, which, as it implies, means that there is a Rock Songs 1 and there is a Rock Songs 2 a little earlier on. We're in the 3rd season now, and some of you might remember, if you were listening to season 1, that I did my musical comedies, and the 9th show was the musical comedy I hadn't actually written. I wrote all the songs, recorded all the songs, but never actually wrote the script for it. I may do one day, but this is one of the songs I didn't play, because I'm only playing about half a dozen songs, 5 or 6 songs anyway, each show, and there were about a dozen songs in each of those earlier stage plays, and so I can throw a few extra in here in different categories. And this first one is called Big Man. And the context is that it's a 30-year reunion and everybody's discussing how their life has gone since high school. And this is a song about the guy who at school thought he was pretty good, you know, big man, swearing in public and generally acting inappropriately. I'm sure that there are such people in every culture and every place, just as there are lovely people in every culture, every place. So this one's called Big Man. Have a listen to the words and see what you think.
Make them understand you were brave and tough and you are in command. Top Gun, beat upon your drum, leering as the members of your gang rage on, cheering all your stings as they are stung. Big boy, I tell you what to do, swear at all your teachers just for helping you. Hot shot, I tell you what you got a chip up on your shoulder and a mean left hook, but never any time to read a book. But can you hear it calling? If you listen, you can hear the future calling you. 50 years of falling, 50 years to realize the opportunity you blew. Smashing heads against the wall, angry you were ever even born at all. Tough boy, spoiling others' joy, tearing others down because you want to spoil success you are too lazy to enjoy. But can you hear it calling? If you listen, you can hear the future calling you. 50 years of falling, 50 years to realize the opportunity you But now your primary years have gone. You've kissed your high school days so long. The big wide world is back again. And so the summer comes again and brings another year to end. Pretty soon there comes the day of reckoning. Big man, surrounded but alone. After school, believe me, you were on your own. Try to understand. After school, nobody's gonna hold your hand. After school, nobody's gonna give a damn. After school, you're on your own, so understand. It's on his own for each and every man. On his own for each and every man. It's on his own for each and every man. On his own for each and every man.
Actually, I couldn't work out how to do the echo in the last bit, so I just played it and made it sound like it was a guitar echoing away. Oh, the tricks of the trade, eh? How clever. Next song, My Diary. This is a song I wrote after I came back from America in 1984 when I was 25 years old. I had a great time over there, really enjoyed it. And I thought I'd diarise it in song form. It's really not a heavy rock song, it's a pop rock song, and it details my journey in America. It was over about 6 weeks. I really enjoyed myself. Stayed with some people in the San Fernando Valley. Very nice of the Barden family to have me. And I had a really nice time. So this is My Diary.
City of the freeways, my head was still above the clouds. I have friends in the city of the freeways, out in San Fernando ground. No one walks in LA, so they say, because it's just too big to get around. Although I feel a bit unhappy now that the states are far away. Such a ball, I just have to tell you all of the blue winter sky down in San Diego, how I learned to fly in a Las Vegas gown. Of suburban LA with its burger bars and babes, where I played to an American crowd. I lived 25 miles from the center of the city. I was proud to be around and to see what goes. Made my way from LA down to Texas, where I made a friend in Houston town. Bourbon Street, New Orleans, winter evenings, and I listened as the jazz came down. Then to the place Mr. Disney made over the Gulf to Orlando. Then up to the place where the moon hangs upside down. And out in the bay, there's a pretty French lady holding a torch for the old world to see. Now New York moves with a rhythm and a groove like no other place I've found. Oh, and if you're good with the flow down in southern Manhattan, man, you're proud to be around. Then to the snow, Keystone, Colorado. Back to LA and away from the skyways, the Scrabble game, a popcorn mound. 101, having fun, San Francisco Harbor, and lights that look like Sydney town. Up here from the gates, as the sun beams down, over these hills this city grows. Dead Alcatraz, Sausalito through the spray. Just a couple of days, grab a couple of t-shirts, and me in my bag, well, we're off to LA. To the US of A, I say thank you for the stay. To my friends and the friends I've found, if you're ever down here in the southern hemisphere, then I'd be proud to show you around. Come see what goes on Australian shores. Come see what goes on Australian shores.
Like the twit I can be at times, I decided I'd go in winter to America. and I was very, very lucky. Everywhere I went was absolutely beautiful. They had a really lovely winter. I was there January, February of 1984, and 72 and sunny. 72 and sunny in California, of course, San Fernando Valley. But New York had been snowed in a few days before I got there, and I think it was again a few days after I got there. But while I was there for a weekend, it was absolutely delightful. And I've never forgotten that. Went up the Twin Towers and looked down the side. You could actually look right down 110 floors, which is why the thing fell apart, of course, because it was like a big tin can inside. It's like a Coke can with square bricks around it. And the Coke can got so overheated that it collapsed, I believe. I saw the French film. They were following a guy who had just joined the fire department in New York City, and they ended up, the two of them, covering the 9/11, that awful thing that started off our century. And it hasn't been going great, has it? Let's hope it gets a little bit better. Anyway, what's next? Okay, so the next song could have been under the banner Philosophical from one of my earlier shows, a couple of shows ago. It's about, well, the possibilities of what or why we're here. It's just called Memory, and it's about how as long as somebody remembers you in some way, you're not completely dead. Well, you are, but you know what I mean.
God could be a chemical random sprawl, chaos in a space-time cosmos, where the only truths are what you think they are. Where one man's good is another man's bad, and men decide the difference, where there is no final judge among the stars. So all that I can say is that I think this way. All of my life lives in memory, all of the things that I've felt and done before are no more. Since all of our lives live in memory, you are around for as long as it's remembered you were ever here. Or is there something more? Each life could be a river of consciousness, motionless upon a blackboard, waiting for the chalk of some gigantic brain, who marks the board at any point and triggers our perception. But the race is run before it has begun. So all that I can say is that I think this way. Religion is a waste of time that human animals upon this planet cling to account for why they are. Then I would be a fool, for in my ignorance I damn my fellow ignorance, simply because their truths are not my own. So all that I can say is that I think this way. All of my life lives in memory, all of the things that I've felt and done before, they are no more. Since all of our lives live in memory, you are around for as long as it's remembered you were ever here. Or is there something more?
And I must mention and thank Tony Samperi for playing guitar on that song. and for Julian Juzz Clark for playing the drums on the last two songs, My Diary and Memory. But both of those guys, if you have listened to my earlier podcast, you'll know that they're two of the members of our band, Your System, from the 1980s, middle 1980s. So thank you to both of them for lending their expertise to that particular recording. I think that was a 4-track recording, actually, an old Tascam 4-track. So the next one is My Dear, I Believe I Know You From Somewhere, and it's a fictitious story. But I had decided to get my guitar pedals fixed. I'm not really a lead guitar player in the live sense of the word, nothing like Tony and Jason from earlier on in Your System. But I do have some pedals, and I decided to get them fixed. So I went to the Guitar Factory in Penrith, out here in New South Wales, Hawkesbury, Australia, and they fixed them all up really well for me, and one of them sounded really good, I thought. It was the digital delay. And so I started mucking around with this, and a song that came out of just mucking around with it. In fact, I originally wrote down Testing the Pedals. It was never the name of the song, but it was just that I started recording mucking around with them. And it turned into this next song.
Return like first love in the playground, scary and unruly and all over the place. I hear the faint fall of a distant but strange sound. I catch a quick glimpse of a familiar face. I said, my dear, I believe I know you from somewhere. Could it be, my dear, that I recall you from somewhere? Melodies abound like a thundercloud rolling. Rhythms crash around like sad thunder misplaced, stirring up the night like a prairie dog howling. Dissonance and discord splash all over the place. I said, my dear, I believe I know you from somewhere. Now could it be, my dear, that I recall you from somewhere? Memory, show a little kindness when you're speaking to me. Memory, you present me with a flower as you kick me in the teeth. A smile that flashes sweet like a hot bolt of lightning. A face that brings the storm to a halt in its place. A laugh that pierces night like the first ray of sunshine. Beauty is the cruelest of the feminine traits. I say, my dear, I believe I know you from somewhere. Now could it be, my dear, that I recall you from somewhere? I said, my dear, I believe I know you from somewhere. Now could it be, my dear, that I recall you from somewhere? I said, my dear, I believe I know you from somewhere. Now could it be, my dear,
And I also got to muck around with my old tube screamer and a big muff. Big muff. The one I think Hendrix used to use. It's an original one too. And I thought they all sounded pretty good, and that's where that song came from. Purely from the beautiful sounds that the guitar made. All right, we're up to the final song for today. This is more or less a social commentary of, a minor sort. I was thinking about somebody that I was listening to bad-mouthing other people, and I thought to myself, I wonder what that person says when they walk away from me, because you can be sure if somebody's telling you a whole lot of horrible gossip and spiteful stuff, that they're probably doing it behind your back too. And so I thought, I'll just write this song. What the hell? So here it is. You Had It Coming to You.
You can't keep whispering and spreading those lies, passing those rumors and rolling those eyes. You can't keep burning bridges that take so many years to make. For men may perish on the point of a sword, but so can friendships on an unkind word. Words that are whispered in a mean and a spiteful way. So what are you gonna do? Now it's all coming home to roost, when the friends who once were true have all turned them back on you, and the things you've done and said leave you in your lonely bed, wondering why this has all happened to you. I tried to tell you that you had it coming to you. I tried to tell you every day that you had it coming to you. I saw it heading your way. You had it coming to you. I told you every single day that it was coming on home to you. I tried to tell you, but you walked away. Look at yourself and you might find that gossip is the clatter of a tiny mind. So try saying nothing if you've got nothing good to say. And if you keep spreading those rumors and lies, pretty soon the people listening will realize that you're talking about them too when they walk away. So what are you gonna do? Now it's all coming home to roost, when the friends who once were true have all turned their backs on you, and the things you've done and said leave you in your lonely bed, wondering why this all has happened to you. I tried to tell you that you had it coming to you. I tried to tell you every day that you had it coming to you. I saw it heading your way. You had it coming to you. I told you every single day that it was coming on home to you. I tried to tell you, but you walked away. I tried to tell you that you had it coming to you. I tried to tell you every day that you had it coming to you. I saw it heading your way. You had it coming to you. I told you every single day that it was coming on home to you. I tried to tell you, but you walked away. You had it coming to you. I tried to tell you every day that you had it coming to you. I saw it heading your way. You had it coming.
So what did your mum tell you? And your dad probably too. My mum used to say to me, if you can't say something nice about somebody, what do? That's right, you don't say anything at all. Next week, we are going to go... Where are we going to go? Let's see. Let me think. Maybe a mixed bag. Just a mixture of things next week. I've got a couple of mixed bags. I'm not talking about family, friends that I know. Just a mixture of stuff. Bit of a mishmash. Pastiche. See you then.